Have you ever wondered why some people keep growing while others stop learning, even though they read the same books and watch the same videos? An old Zen master answered that question without giving a lecture. He simply poured a cup of tea. What happened next has challenged leaders, entrepreneurs, students, and creators for generations. If you are building a YouTube channel, starting an online business, learning a new skill, or searching for success, this simple story holds a lesson that many people overlook. Sometimes the biggest obstacle to growth is not a lack of opportunity. It is a mind that believes it already knows enough. This is the timeless story of the empty cup. Title: The Empty Cup, the lesson every new entrepreneur needs. Let's dive into the story. A young merchant climbed a steep mountain to meet a famous Zen master. People said the old master had helped many people find success. The merchant carried a notebook filled with business ideas. He had watched hundreds of videos. He had read many books. He believed he already knew almost everything about starting an online business. When he reached the master's small wooden house, he bowed politely. "I want to build a successful business," he said. The old master smiled. "Please sit." The room was quiet. A kettle rested over a small fire. The master poured hot tea into a tiny cup. The cup filled quickly, but he did not stop. Tea spilled over the edge. It ran across the table. It dripped onto the floor. The young merchant jumped to his feet. "Stop! The cup is full. It cannot hold any more." The master placed the kettle down. He looked at the young man with kind eyes. "Exactly." The room became silent. "You came here asking for wisdom, but your mind is already full." The young merchant frowned. "I have studied for months. I know about websites. I know about affiliate marketing. I know about blogging. I know about social media." The master nodded. "And how many businesses have you built?" The young man looked at the floor. "None." "And how many customers have you served?" "None." "And how much have you learned from experience?" The young merchant had no answer. The master gently picked up the empty cup. "This cup is useful because it has space. If it were full, nothing new could enter." He handed the cup to the young man. Emptying your cup does not mean forgetting what you know. It means making room to learn what you do not know. The merchant stayed with the master for several weeks. Instead of asking many questions, he listened. Instead of trying to impress others, he practiced. He learned to write better. He learned to solve problems. He learned to understand people before trying to sell to them. He made mistakes. He accepted correction. Little by little, his confidence changed. It no longer came from knowing everything. It came from learning every day. Months later, he started his online business. This time, he did not chase quick money. He focused on helping people. He kept improving his skills. His business grew slowly. Then it grew steadily. Years later, another young entrepreneur visited him. "I have watched hundreds of videos," the visitor said proudly. "I think I am ready." The merchant smiled. He quietly poured tea into a small cup. He kept pouring. The visitor quickly said, "The cup is already full." The merchant smiled again. "So is your mind." Today, many people want to start a YouTube channel, a blog, or an online business. They rush to earn money before learning how to create value. They collect courses but never practice. They chase shortcuts instead of skills. Real success begins with an empty cup. When you stay teachable, every mistake becomes a teacher. Every lesson becomes an investment. Every new skill becomes another step toward lasting success. The fullest cup in the room often learns the least. The empty cup keeps growing. Life lesson: the fastest way to grow is to remain teachable. Do not let pride stop you from learning. Before you ask how to earn more, ask how to become better. Skills create value. Value creates trust. Trust creates lasting success. Reflection question: what belief or habit do you need to pour out today so you have room to learn something new? If this story spoke to you, like this video, share it with someone starting a new journey, and subscribe to Profit Through Work for more timeless stories that inspire wisdom, growth, and success.